Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. I haven't made videos for a while now, and the main reason for it because I moved home, and with having a big family, accumulating so many stuff during many years, you can understand how long it would take to basically move and organize and all that. Okay, so I apologize for being away. Hopefully I'm back, and in today's video I'm going to talk about a very important topic in fragrance community, which some people mentioned maybe briefly, but to me it's a very important topic that it should be more talked about and paid attention to more often, and that is reformulation. I'm sure many of you experienced this reformulation, and many of you know about it already, so I don't have to explain what it is, but just briefly for those people, they might forgot or they don't know about it. Basically, a few years ago, majority of the companies, especially the big names, started to reformulate their fragrances and perfumes, and the reason they presented it with was that they have to change the ingredients because of some of the ingredients might be basically causing reaction in some people. But I think the main reason for this is like they had a perfect excuse to make even more money out of us, out of people like me and you who are really into fragrances, and we love our perfume fragrances. We grew up with them and we have memory with them. So basically, after reformulation, many of the perfumes that we loved basically are ruined. They no longer smell the same, they no longer perform the same, and even packaging is different and much cheaper looking. So this is one example. This is Jaguar for Men. I bought it a few weeks ago online. This is about 10 years old, or I think even more. Anyway, so this is the original packaging and original formulation of the perfume, the fragrance. And I tell you what, when I put it on my skin, it made, instead of making me happy, I was furious. I thought to myself, why they ruined it? Because this one, which is the original one, smells unbelievably beautiful, and it performs 10 hours plus. The reformulated one is, the packaging is much cheaper looking, especially the cap is just rubbish plastic, and as you can see on this one is a wooden light imitation, and it's very, very beautiful. And overall, the writing on the glass is gold, so it's very, very beautifully done. So it made me very, very angry, and I thought I'm going to make a video and talk about this. So imagine you having, you love a particular perfume and you have very long memory with it. You're basically, maybe you grew up with it. You even, some people got married with these things. They have kids with them. So when you put a particular fragrance that is close to you on your skin, it evokes these memories, okay? But unfortunately, with the new formulation, that doesn't happen, because unfortunately the smell is not the same, the smell profile changed, the performance changed. But this one is not bad. It actually performs around 6 hours, but this one, as I said, 12 hours plus, which is amazing. And with the smell, basically I get all the smell in this with the new one, but with added depth, with added complexity, and also the smell you can tell there are a few notes that are missing, basically. For example, I noticed there is a very big tar note in this one, the original one, which doesn't exist in the new one. To some extent, actually, this original one reminded me of Amen, the original by Mugler. The tar note of it, obviously, this is green, that one it wasn't. So this is the thing, you know, I don't know if you notice on my channel, I don't talk about big names like Dior, Chanel, YSL, and the main reason is because these companies, unfortunately, they are taking us for a ride, and they taking people's money and they don't care, and they reformulate their fragrances more often than other companies, or if they're not selling well, they discontinue them. Many companies, what they do, when the sale comes down, the sale is not as before, what they do, they reduce the price to make it more accessible to more people. But these three companies especially, but this is not just basically for these companies, there are many companies do this, that what they do, if the perfume doesn't sell as well as before, they rather discontinue it and not to basically make it at all, rather than reducing the price and making it accessible for more people. And that pissed me off, because we all know that many companies are still making perfumes after 20, 30, 40 years, and the prices are much lower now than before, because they want to basically make it accessible for more people. So these three companies, I basically boycotted them many years ago. I don't talk about them, I don't buy from them. And as I said, it's not exclusive to these three companies, but these three companies are trend makers, okay? So basically, when they started to reformulate their perfumes and fragrances, other companies follow them. So these three companies, they are trend makers, okay, in the market, in the fragrance market. And that's why I don't like them. I don't like them for that specific reason, that they don't care about their consumers. They just care about profit. And these three companies especially, they make hundreds of millions of pounds a year, hundreds of millions of dollars, even in billions. So there's no excuses why they should do these things, okay? They should care about us, because when you buy a perfume, you're spending, especially with these three companies, you're spending 70, 80, 100 pounds, 150 pounds. So they're not cheap. And what you get, especially after reformulation, is just watered down version of what the fragrance was before. So this is basically a video. I want to bring it to your attention. Obviously many of you will know about this, many of you experience this, but it's very, very sad and very unfortunate, okay? And in this case, I was furious. Instead of being happy with my purchase, I was furious. I said, why on earth they do that? And the main reason, 99% of the reason, is to make more money. And that is the bottom line. People should stop making excuses for these companies. I've seen some videos talking about it, and they give you excuses, oh, this and that. No, these people, they know exactly what they're doing. They can make exactly the same formulation, exactly the same juice, exactly the same concentration, at least with the same money or even cheaper, but they don't. They just either discontinue it completely and they put you in limbo, or they reformulate and they make it very watered down and very, very cheap looking, but presentation, but they still charge you the same money, the higher price, okay? So this is the video for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that was informative. If you have any opinion or any experience in this field, I'm sure many of you experience this, please comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.